Welcome, welcome to Lakshman Biology. Today we have to discuss about the blood typing, Rh blood types, erythroblastosis fetalis, next genetic control of Rh system, which contain two types that are Fisher and Race hypothesis, next Wiener hypothesis. First we will start our class with the blood typing. In previous class we have discussed about the different types of blood groups. Human beings mainly contain 4 different types of blood groups that are A, AB, B and O group. Then how can we identify the type of blood group in human beings? For identification of blood groups we have to do the simple test. By the test we can identify the blood groups. Okay, here in that blood group testing, first we have to collect the sample. Here sample means one drop of blood we can take on the slide. Then we have to add different types of antibodies to that sample. Based on the formation of clot by which type of antibody, then we can identify the type of blood group. Here if we will take sample, then if you add anti-serum A means antibody A. Anti-serum A means antibody A, and serum contain antibodies. Here if we add anti-serum A to the blood sample, if we see clump means clot. If we see formation of clump by the adding of anti-serum A, then we can identify that blood group is A or AB. The blood group may be A or AB. Why? Because anti-serum contain antibody A. Antibody A always bind with the antigen A. Antigen A present in A blood group or AB blood group. If the clump is formed, means that is because of interaction of antibody A and antigen A. Okay, see here, this is the slide. When you take blood sample in this slide, then after that if you add anti-serum A in this blood sample, after adding antibody A or anti-serum A, if you see the formation of clump or clot in that particular sample, that is because of reaction of antibody A with antigen A. If there is no clump, that indicates absence of antigen. If clump is formed, that will indicate the presence of antigen A. Normally antigen A present in the blood group A or blood group AB blood. Hence we can identify that the blood group A or AB. Then if you take sample, then if we add the anti-serum B, anti-serum B means here we are adding antibody B. When clump is formed with antibody B, when clump is formed with antibody B, that will indicate the blood group may be B or AB. Antibody B always interact with antigen B. When antigen B is present in the sample, then we can see the formation of a clump, which indicate the blood group may be B or AB. Why? Because the B blood group contain antigen B and AB blood group also contain antigen B. Next, if you collect the sample, then if clump is formed by both A and B antibodies, when clump is formed in both with anti-serum A and anti-serum B, with both if clump is formed, then that will indicate the presence of both antigen A and antigen B. Antigen A and antigen B both are present in the AB blood group, hence the blood group is AB. After formation of clump with A, then we have to add the anti-serum B. When clump is formed only in anti-serum A, when the clump is not formed in anti-serum B, that will indicate the A blood group. Why? Because B antigen is absent. Then when clump is formed with only anti-serum B, if clump is not formed with anti-serum A, that will indicate the B blood group. Here, if clump is not formed with both, if you see in both, the clump is not formed, no clump or no formation of clot, that will indicate the O group. Why? Because O group not contain any antigen. Antigens are absent in O group. If clump is not formed, that will indicate the absence of antigens. Here, absence of antigens means which will indicate the O blood group. That is the identification of a blood group. Then, if we see the universal donor blood group, the universal donor blood group is O group. O group is called universal donor. Then AB is called universal receiver. While donating blood, we have to take antigen. We have to see antigen of a donor. Antigen of a donor. Then we have to see antibody of a receiver. The AB blood group don't has any antibodies, hence it can take blood from anyone. But O blood group has both antibodies, hence it cannot take blood from anyone. Why we have to see only antibodies of donor. We no need to see antigens of donor. We have to see only the antibodies of donor. Sorry, antigen of donor, then antibodies of receiver. Once again, while blood transformation from one person to another person, we have to take antigen of donor, antibody of receiver. O group is called universal donor. Why? Because antigens are absent. Antibody of donor is negligible. Only antigen we have to see while blood transformation. Here, O group is universal donor because which not contain AB antigen. Both antigens are absent. Hence, O can give blood to anyone. Then, we have to see antibody of receiver. AB not contain any antibodies, hence AB is called universal receiver. It can receive blood with any person. That is about the blood transformation. O is universal donor because of absence of two antigens. AB is universal receiver because of absence of two antibodies. Then after completion of blood typing, we should discuss about RH blood types. Apart from the AB, O blood groups, we may listen that word, that is A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive, O negative. What is the positive and what is the negative, that we can understand after the discussion of RH blood types. There is one antigen. The name of the antigen is called RH antigen, or it is also called as D antigen, or it is also called as RH factor. RH antigen or D antigen or RH factor. This RH antigen also present on the surface of RBC. Okay, on the surface of RBC. The persons who contain RH antigen, if RH antigen is present, those are called positive blood group peoples. Okay, if A blood group person contain RH antigen, those are called A positive. If B blood group person contain B antigen, those are called B positive. If O blood group person contain O antigen, sorry, Rh antigen on its RBC, those are called O positive. If AB blood person contain Rh antigen, those are called AB positive. Who not contain Rh antigen on its blood surface, on RBC surface, those are called negative blood group peoples. Who identified this Rh factor? Why it called as Rh factor? See, Rh factor or Rh antigen first identified in rhesus monkey, hence that is called Rh factor. Who identified? Alexander Weiner and Carl Landsteiner. Carl Landsteiner and Alexander Weiner. These are the two scientists. They identified the Rh antigen in the monkey, that is called rhesus monkey. In the rhesus monkey they identified Rh antigen, hence that is called Rh factor. That is about the Rh antigen. If Rh antigen is present, those are called positive blood group peoples. If the Rh antigen is absent, those are called negative blood group peoples. After completion of this, we have to see about Rh antibodies. Actually, in ABO blood grouping, we have saw that A antigen is there, A antibody is there, B antigen is there, B antibody is there. But naturally, Rh antibody is absent. Rh antibodies are absent. Naturally, in Rh negative peoples also, we can't see the Rh antibodies. But when we mix positive blood, into negative blood, that time Rh antibodies are developed in negative blood. Example, if I have negative blood, it may be B negative, A negative, or AB negative, O negative, anything. If I have negative blood, if I take positive blood into my body, what happen? Naturally my blood not contain Rh antibodies. When I have taken Rh positive blood into my body, my body blood is negative, hence my blood will produce Rh antibodies because of intake of Rh antigen. Naturally Rh antigen is absent in my body because of I am the negative blood group human being. When I have taken Rh positive blood, my negative blood produce Rh antibodies against the Rh antigens, which are foreign antigens. That is about Rh antibodies. Rh antibodies normally not present in Rh negative peoples also. When we transfer positive blood into the negative blood, in that condition Rh antibodies are produced by the negative blood. Then because of production of antibodies, we can see the formation of one disease, that is called erythroblastosis fetalis. Erythroblastosis fetalis. What is erythroblastosis fetalis? That we will see now. When Rh positive blood group male marry with negative blood group female. When positive blood group male marry with Rh negative female, if their first baby is Rh positive, what happen? Here mother is negative, inside the uterus baby is positive. Up to delivery nothing will happen. Why? Because Rh positive blood not mixed with Rh negative blood. The placenta act as barrier in between the mother and fetus. But during delivery, the Rh positive blood may mix into Rh negative blood of mother. When Rh positive blood transfer into the Rh negative blood, the mother will produce the antibodies, Rh antibodies. Mother blood sensitize and produce the Rh antibodies when during the delivery. Okay, because there is no effect to the first child, the baby is delivered, there is no effect. When second baby also belongs to Rh positive, if second baby also Rh positive, in that condition preformed already Rh antibodies are formed in mother blood. Okay, these Rh antibodies are very small, these are Rh antibodies are belongs to IgG type. These IgG type Rh antibodies are very small, they can cross the placenta and enter into the fetus blood. Here what happened? The Rh antibodies which are formed in mother enter into the second fetus blood. When Rh antigen is enter into fetus blood, when Rh antibody is enter into the fetus blood, Rh antigen already present in the fetus blood, then both are mixed together, and the Rh antibodies which are reach to the fetus blood destroy the blood of fetus, which leads to anemia in fetus, hemolytic anemia in fetus, and jaundice in fetus. Because of destroy of blood cells, we can see jaundice and anemia in fetus. That disease which is found because of anti-D antibodies or Rh antibodies is called erythroblastosis fetalis. Why it called as erythroblastosis fetalis? Here lot of red blood cells will be die because of Rh antibodies. Hence the fetus bone marrow, apart from bone marrow, liver, spleen, all will produce extra red blood cells. Preformed red blood cells are erythroblasts, directly enter into the bloodstream. Erythroblasts are directly, lot of erythroblasts are preformed RBC directly enter into the fetus, hence this is also called as erythroblastosis fetalis. Okay, that is about erythroblastosis fetalis. What is the treatment? What is the treatment for erythroblastosis fetalis? When we find Rh negative mother is a Rh negative, and if Rh negative mother and fetus is a Rh positive, if pregnancy is a Rh positive, for Rh positive baby, in this condition we have to give anti-D injection at 28th week of pregnancy and 34th week of pregnancy. At 24th and 34th week of pregnancy, we have to give anti-D injection to the mother. That is about treatment. In case if already delivered occur, if negative blood group mother give birth to the positive baby, first birth after first pregnancy, as soon as possible after the delivery we have to give anti-D injection to the mother. Why? Because during the delivery there is a possibility to mixing of fetal blood with mother blood, or positive blood is mixing with the negative blood. In that condition there is a formation of Rh antibodies. To destroy that Rh antibodies, to prevent the formation of Rh antibodies, we have to give anti-D injection after the delivery as soon as possible to the negative blood group mother. That is about the erythroblastosis fetalis treatment. After completion of erythroblastosis fetalis, we have to discuss about the genetic control of Rh system. Already we know that ABO blood groups are controlled by I gene, which has 3 alleles, that are IA, IB and IO, and there is a possibility of formation of 6 genotypes. All we have discussed in previous class. If you are not see previous class, once you will see previous class of my YouTube video, then after that you have to see this one. Here how Rh factor or Rh antigen formation is controlled by the genes. Okay, what are the alleles which are responsible for the formation of Rh antigen, that we have to discuss. There is a two hypotheses, that are Fisher and Race hypothesis and Wiener hypothesis. In these two hypotheses we can know how Rh antigen is controlled by the genes. Okay, Fisher and Race hypothesis, also called as CDE nomenclature. First we will see about Fisher and Race hypothesis, after that we will see about the Wiener hypothesis. Fisher and Race hypothesis. According to Fisher and Race hypothesis, there is a 3 pairs of alleles, that are C, D, E. C, D, E. Those are present on homologous chromosome of chromosome number 1. Those are present on chromosome number 1 at different places or different locus. Example, this is the homologous chromosome pair 1. These are the homologous chromosomes, that are chromosome number 1. Already we know that each chromosome occurs in a pair. The two combinedly called as homologous chromosome. Chromosome number 1 pair, chromosome number 2 pair, like that. At different places of these homologous chromosomes, we can see the 3 alleles, that are C or maybe small c, capital D or maybe small d, next capital E or maybe small e. Here also at different places or different loci of another homologous chromosome also, on another homologous chromosome also you can see capital C or small c allele, capital D or small d allele, capital E or small e allele. Okay, total 6 alleles are there. 2 C's, 2 D's, 2 E's. Capital C small c, capital D small d, capital E small e. Those are present at different loci. Loci means, or loci or locus means place where gene is located. Place where gene is located on the chromosome, that is called a loci. They are present at different loci. And these 6 alleles of different loci of chromosome number 1 form the 4 different types of genotypes. These are the genotypes: capital CDE, small cde, capital C, small d, capital E, next small d, small c, capital D, small e, small cde, small cde, capital C, small d, small e, capital C, small d, capital E. These are the 4 possible genotypes which are formed by these 6 alleles. Here what you have to understand, these alleles are not separate because of crossing over, because of recombination. They will not separate. Why? Because they are linked genes. They are arranged near to each other on same chromosome. They are present on same chromosome and they are arranged very near to each other. Hence, if capital CDE present in one parent, as it is capital CDE goes to next offspring. There is no separation. Okay, they are as it is goes to the children. Then because of all those things, we can see the formation of 4 types of genotypes, that are these. Here we have to see about the D. When capital D is present in genotype which belongs to positive blood group, when capital D is absent in the genotype which belongs to negative blood group. Here one capital D is there, hence positive blood group means Rh antigen is formed. Rh antigen is formed. Then here one capital D is there, positive blood group, Rh antigen is formed. If you see here, there is no capital D's, dominant alleles, hence those belongs to negative blood group. Here also there is no capital D's. those are also belongs to, here you can write capital D. Here one capital D is there, those are belongs to positive blood group. If any one capital D is there in genotype which belongs to formation of Rh antigen, then we can see formation of Rh positive blood. Next, Wiener hypothesis. In Wiener hypothesis, according to Wiener, there is a 8 alleles which are responsible for the formation of Rh antigen. What are the 8 alleles? That are R1, that capital R1, capital R2, capital R0, capital RZ. Next, small r, small r1, small r11, small ry. These are the 8 alleles. These 8 alleles are present on single loci or single locus. They are present on the single locus. Here, capital R is dominant and small r is recessive. The genotype which contain any one capital R dominant allele which responsible formation of positive blood group by the formation of Rh antigen. If the genotype contain only small r's without capital R's, if any one R or R1 or R11 or RY, only small r's are there which belongs to negative blood group, means which not form the Rh antigen. That is Wiener hypothesis. If you see total human beings, 85% human beings are belongs to positive blood groups only, and remaining 15% approximately contain the negative blood group. That is about the today topics, that are blood typing, erythroblastosis fetalis, next genetic control of Rh system. Thank you. For more updates, like, share and subscribe the YouTube channel.